Alright. Ah, there we go. Back is... Alright, T. Okay, so... What do you have? Alright.
There's been a disturbance. Sabotage in the Lakshmi camp.
What?
This wasn't just an attack on their ether stores. Someone wanted to send a message.
How dare they?
Our citizens forget who they were before they found the safety of the city's walls.
That's rude.
It's easy to mistake change as the front line of a battlefield. But this is a time for level heads and compassion. Saint 14 is already en route to investigate. I trust him, but he is torn between duty and doubt. And Lakshmi? The Vanguard has tolerated her broadcasts, as Zavala doesn't believe it's our place to interfere in civilian politics. I see now that was a mistake.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you might want to shut her up.
We can't allow anyone to jeopardize our alliance with the House of Light, no matter their motives. Our citizens must see that the Elixni are people, just like them. Get down there. Be the calm the city needs. Hear out grievances and keep tensions low, while I root out the perpetrators.
Alright.
It's time that Lakshmi and I had a little talk.
Yeah, you also might want to talk to, Hito, too. Or whoever the other guy is. ICOR reports that someone sabotaged the House of Light camp in the Elixni Quarter. This wasn't just an attack on their ether stores, she says. Someone wanted to send a message. She suspects that Lakshmi 2's radio message triggered the unrest. The Vanguard has tolerated her broadcast, as the Valas believed it is our place to... Wait, it doesn't believe it's our place to interfere in civilian politics, he says. I see now that was a mistake. She sent Saint 14 down to the Elixni Quarter to help keep the peace and asked you to join him. Be calm the city needs. Oh, be the calm the city needs. Whatever. Long story short, we gotta go and assist some peeps. I'm going through. You know, honestly, I thought it was gonna be a little bit longer, but apparently not. There's that. Alright, so here we go. Triumphs are bite-sized records of your achievements. I love how that's... Alright. What's going on here, huh?
You see what was done. Our ether tanks smashed. Our supplies stolen. Our home defaced.
I cannot find any witnesses.
This is not surprising. The locals have been under enormous pressure. You're lucky it was not worse.
Alright, shut up.
This destruction helps no one but the Vex. Please, instead of teaching your people to fear us, tell them the truth.
The truth is that your kind has preyed upon us for as long as we can remember. There's nothing I can say that will make them forget.
How about you fucking not
House
talking?
Light has never raised arms against humanity.
Dumb bitch.
Your houses and titles are layers of politics. You're still fallen.
You promised us your protection.
That's true.
And you had it. We allowed your brood to squat and chitter here in our city. But still, the Vex simulation
I want
persists.
you to go and
If
eat
you're
a bullet.
displeased with how you have
bullet.
been treated for your
I
failure,
do not like you. Shut the
then I
fuck up.
suggest you camp elsewhere.
Your people destroyed what little we possessed. Now we have nothing. Nowhere to go.
Humanity faced a challenge like that once. We banded together and built a city with walls to keep our enemies outside. where they belong.
Please go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Like, honestly, go fuck yourself.
We hear her broadcasts, but more than that, we feel the energy of her words in the air, sharp as blades pointed at an enemy. At us.
You cannot ask people to live alongside their monsters.
Listen to me now, Saint. Let me tell you something about monsters.
Oh. Cutscene?
Once, in a city grander even than yours, we prospered.
Hey!
But it did not last. Our great machine abandoned us.
Which is a traveler,
And
just saying.
when we pursued it, you sent something back. A creature fueled by hatred.
Ooh, I wonder who that
It
looks like.
tore through our great houses like they were nothing. And then it came for the rest of us. Nowhere was safe from its insatiable rage. In its eyes, even the most innocent of Lakshmi were still fallen. It could die, but it would not stay dead. It would shake off the rot and rise again. And if it caught you in its crushing embrace, impaled you on its ragged crest, dragged you screaming into its foul shell, none live to speak of these horrors. It called itself the Saint. My people must now see the creature every day. It sees us. If we wish to survive, we must all learn to live alongside our monsters.
Yeah, well, yeah, Saint, you, you, yeah, ooh, ooh, So, Saint, do you want to say, sorry? No? Well, what can you expect? That's just horrifying to think about. It's always interesting when you really look at both angles of something. Like, we never saw the way that the Elixir saw it. Because what we thought was Saint 14 is the hero, who essentially is like pushed back the Fallen. But in their eyes, he is a warmongering savage who will murder anybody. Even people who have literally done nothing. So, it goes to show you that sometimes it's always a good idea to get both sides of the story. You know? Multiple perspectives on things does give you more insight on what they do. Oh, no! No, that was so pretty! I liked it. Fuck.
I'm surprised humans would destroy a representation of the Great Machine. My research with the Awoken suggested that humans revered it as we do. However, my personal observations have not supported that conclusion. I understand the city used to have an official speaker, a sort of cleric who spoke to the Great Machine's will. However, human records state that role was abandoned after Dominus Gaul sacked the city. To leave the Great Machine without a representative among the people seems heretical. Many Elixni believe that humanity takes the Great Machine's blessings for granted, just as we once did. Perhaps they're right.
I like the fact that they actually bring up the Red War, because the kicker is, in Destiny 2, if you're a new light, the Red War never happened. I mean, okay, it happened, but you never were a part of it. You were part of what happened afterwards. So the fact that they actually are still referencing it is nice, because it's like, oh, hey, by the way, you know, this happened in the past. And I think that's always a good thing. Man, I like that too. It looked really cool. That was...
This sharing of hatred, as my father would say, is disappointing but not unexpected. Some Elixni believe that Guardians prey on us without reason. But as a scribe, I know better. The accusations Lakshmi makes against us are mostly true. Elixni have raided the last city for centuries. They were driven not only by desperation, but by unspoken resentment at the Great Machine's abandonment. Every Kell since the Whirlwind has tried to unify Elixni in opposition to humanity. This warlike mentality has been a weakness. The House of Light tries to unify Elixni with humanity, not against them. And this is how we are received.
Yeah, well, I don't know really how we can explain it, honestly.
I believe this is the war strategy humans call poisoning the town well.
Yeah.
Luckily, we have enough ether reserves to last until repairs are made. But
That's
this
good.
is a worrying sign. When Ikora Ray offered us refuge, we assumed she had the authority to do so. But the longer we stay here, the more we wonder if anyone is in charge of this city. Your leaders do not seem to have the loyalty of the people. This instability puts Mizrax Kell in a difficult position. Many in our house were against coming here, but they trusted my father's judgment. Now his messages of tolerance and forgiveness appear naive. Perhaps this was the attacker's goal.
Yeah, well, looks like they also did a number on the ship too. Or not. Did they? No, they did not. Okay. Yeah, you got a lot of explaining, dude. That's just, that hurts. Just thinking about it, it's like, yeah, that's why it's like, it's always one thing to kind of avoid war. Especially when you can, because a lot of the times what happens is, you know, oh, what's this?
I discovered this shell among spider supplies. Many Elixni fear Guardians, but delight at your ghosts. We think of them as extensions of the Great Machine's will, deserving of reverence. When we arrived here, we were surprised to discover that many Guardians treat their ghosts like equals, or worse, like servants. Guardians throw their lives away for sport, in games like Crucible or Gambit, taking the miracle of resurrection for granted. As if ghosts needed the humans and not the other way around. Elixni have had their blessings from the Great Machine, it's true, but we've never known the power that ghosts grant humanity. I think that if Elixni became Guardians, we would use the light to serve the Great Machine, not our own amusement.
Damn. It really shows that avoid this war. Well, here's the one thing. There's points where it's like war is necessary. Yes, when the Fallen are the ones that attack, of course you have to retaliate. But there has to be some kind of limit, you know? Like, avoid war when you can, but at least when you do fight, don't be indiscriminate. Like, don't just kill everyone and cause war crimes. Just saying. As long as you can remove, you know, the soldiers that are attacking or anything military, go for it. I mean, it's always the thing. Again, it's just the thought process behind it. It's like, as long as you take out anything that gives them a military advantage, great. Just where's orange? Valid. That is valid. Yes. Again, because of those houses, House of Devils, House of Wolves. Well, actually, I don't even know if the House of Wolves really attacked us, but you know, House of Devils. What was the other one? I mean, other than House of Salvation, I'm like putting that off for a specific reason. Because there was another one, I think, right? There was another one that like attacked us. I'm trying to remember. I like, for some reason it's not coming to me. But it's like, those guys, yes. Okay? Fight those guys. But I think it's just like, it's understandable on like why, but it still is not something that I would condone. It's just like in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, cool motive. I think it was what? Cool motive, still murder, or something like that. Cool origin story, but still murder. Like, that was always the one thing about it. Also, I just find it very interesting. Like, this one. Like, holy fucking shit. You really don't realize, you know, how much of an advantage we have to everyone else. So it's like, holy shit. So also kept in mind? Yeah, agreed. Yes, that is true. Perspectives from an outside area cannot really convey the same as much as something within. That is very true. Because again, you know, we can't really see what the others see. We only see what is told. And remember, and the one thing that as everyone has always said, history is written by the victors. So, again, we were told by, like, from our perspective, Saint 14 essentially has saved us from the Fallen, stopped houses. You know, so there's always that. Also, what's this?
This Shank has been with us for many years. She's temperamental, but loyal. She's in need of constant repair, but we're used to it. Our house has fixed every part of her, from sensors to exhaust. So when I look at her, I don't see an object. I see the members of my house. I see myself. To us, machines are vessels, not just tools. This is why scrapworking is so important to Elixni culture. It's a way of sharing our spirit with the world, even when we have nothing. I'm sure that Guardians feel the same way about their tower. It's more than a hollow form, more than the rubble it was built from. The tower is the keeper of the Vanguard spirit, and you would defend it more fiercely than any other building. Is it not so?
Valid, very valid. I mean, hell. That's what happened in the Red War, even though we got friggin' just ruined because of us, you know, because we didn't have the upper hand in their initial assault. But still, we'd fight to the end. But also, I like the fact that, you know, again, we're getting more insights on, like, why, you know, why everything looks the same. Like, why is this, you know, look so janky and, like, so, like, you know, comprised of multiple pieces? Because that's what they do. That is their culture. That is their way of life. And again, I think I'm really glad that we have this, because again, like I said before, when we first came here and we first got some information, it's the fact that we're getting, you know, information, stories, and kind of the different perspectives and learning the others. It really brings more to light than just, you know, and it brings it into the front, like, you know, in the forefront too, especially. Because yeah, you learn a lot about the Fallen, you know, through lore, but again, unless you go deep into it, you don't really get that message. And all this, you know, brings to light exactly, like, you know, our effects on the Fallen, our, you know, how everything is, like what their perspective is, like on this idiot over here. So it says a lot. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm really glad that we have this. So I really like. Ever since friggin', I still think ever since the season of Worthy with their shit. Oh boy, that was friggin' nightmare. But they went up from there, and I'm very happy about it. But yeah, buddy. I mean, you can't really wash the blood off your hands, but at least you can face up to it. I mean, everything has an impact. Every cut leaves a scar. It just depends on if that scar is something that don't have a repeat of Worthy or Hunt. I honestly completely forgot about the Hunt. I will be honest, I completely forgot about that. I did not realize that was actually, I'm just like, Worthy, yes, that was just a nightmare. Hunt, I completely forgot. I think it was just, again, it was overshadowed by Beyond Light. And all the stuff was in Beyond Light, again, just took care of it. Alright. Okay, now we had like one more quest part, I think. Go to the helm, yeah. Alright, time to listen to the races. I mean, Lakshmi. Honestly, I'm really hoping that Lakshmi 2 either changes her ways or gets offed. Hopefully the first, but if the latter occurs, I mean, it's, you know. At that point, what can you really do if that's how they want to write it? I mean, for a chunk of war, valid. I mean, granted, it's likely for them they had a different outlook on it, but I feel like, you know, she's a bit more stubborn. You know, justifiably so. Especially since, you know, we hear like Saint kind of like gain an understanding of that. So it's just that. But I really hope that, like, you know, she goes the same route as Saint, because I feel like, again, you know, it is something that she can. Wait, really? That's what they meant by that. I didn't even realize. Oh, shit. Yay! I got that. Oh, they're called okay, they're called that. Gotcha. Fusion rifle Oh, just as normal fusion rifle. I hate the fact that, yeah, whatever. Complete a lost sector on legend or higher. Well, okay. Alrighty. Let's hear what you say. Let's...
Guardian, I regret you had to witness my outburst earlier with the fallen leader. I am not a diplomat, and sometimes I can be terse.
I mean...
I know terrible things have been done in the name of the city. In the name of the future war court. In my name. You understand, though. The city is a living thing. And it is rejecting the fallen, like a fever, burning out an infection. I will speak to the fallen leader. Tell it that the future war court will personally replenish their supplies when they are ready to move on. I do not wish them to think badly of us. I know they are your associates. What a city we would have if everyone's heart was as big as yours. Have you heard the song of the people echoing through the city? Rise up as one, march toward the sun. The words of people reaching for dawn in this endless night. People who have still not given up hope. Neither have I. And if you were wondering...
Yup!
This was not the conflict I have foreseen. No. That will come later. Unless I can stop it.
I was like, that sounds a little bit familiar. Lakshmi too expresses regret at her terse words towards Myth X, but she seems more apologetic about her own behavior than the attack on Lilix. She tells you that such action was natural. The city is a living thing, and is rejecting the Fallen like a fever bringing an infection. I will speak to the Fallen leader. Tell it that the future war cult will personally replenish their supplies when they are ready to move on. I do not wish them to think badly of us. Okay, so I'm fine with this. Alright, I'm fine with this primarily because of the fact, like, she understands, you know, what she said was not the best words to use. And so, I'm glad that, you know, they're not being super over hostile with the Fallen on purpose, you know? Like, we had Saint 14's, like, kind of, like, anger showing out, and it's like, yeah, okay, you know, it's understandable. And then the fact that we had that moment where essentially it was like, yeah, it doesn't really matter. That's true. That is very true. In the lore, she is also just like getting ready for a coup. I mean, she was trying to get in contact with what's his face? Jalal. Is it Arak Jalal? I think it was Arak Jalal. And then they had the freaking Hito. And I'm just like, alright, this is not gonna end well. Alright, what do we have here?
Of the last city, the Vanguard protects us from enemies outside our walls. But did you know they also protect us from information? Did you know that the Fallen unleashed the Vex on Europa? That they corrupt our guardians with the poison gift of Stasis, tempting them to build the darkness. These same Fallen are now inside our city, at the invitation of the Vanguard. Ikora Rain knows all this, and more. Her hidden spies report as much. Yet she continues to support these false alliances over her own people. Whether her lies are born of malice or incompetence matters not. What matters is that I have gazed into the future and foreseen bodies in our streets. Make no mistake. An invasion is coming. And if we are to triumph, we must first take back our city.
I mean, now at this point, you are literally just seeing the words of us, essentially just like, hey, by the way, this is happening, why don't you join us? Fuck the Vanguard. Because, again, she's literally just saying the Vanguard, the Vanguard. I mean, granted, she's pointing at Ikora Ray in this one, but still, it's the fact that it's like, she's going Vanguard, saying the Vanguard's fault. And it's just like, ugh. So yeah, coup is ready. Coup is coming up. Just saying, if you do not know. Which book is it? This one. Where is it? Here we go. Nope, that's not it. Is it this one? Oh, here we go. Yeah, there we go. That's fixed. See, okay. Just saying. From my earlier, the fact that they needed a better thing. Thank you. I'm glad that it's not just a normal book. I appreciate that. Like, oh, it feels good. It feels good when I see that. Where is it though? Where the fudge is it? Is this the one that I think is Oh yeah, these are the ghost fragments. Regarding Stasis. What the fuck? What's this one? I don't even remember this one. Oh, it's under Dusk and Dawn. Yeah, here we go, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Archelaw Nars' his eyes. The dead orbit's head of logistics struggles satisfactory. Yeah. And then... where is it? Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Leaving us so soon, he turned to find Lakshmi 2 and Executor... oh, Hideo. There we go, Hideo. The Future World Core. Yeah. It's in present collection, so well funded. It's a life's work. Bad fact, yeah, here we go. Current Vanguard leadership. Essentially, this is just a preface of, yeah, we kind of want to take over. Yeah. Essentially, Iraq is just like, I don't want to be here. I just don't want to be here. I think I have all of them except for... what's the other one that I don't have? Yeah, I don't have, like... no, I have all these. Yeah. Oh, yes! The Wall of Wishes. I forget what the last one was. I don't remember what the last one was. Oh, these are, I forget what these are for. I don't remember. Yeah, I know I don't have this. I just never bothered to get all of them. Yeah. Alright, forgot about that. I'm so happy that I can actually finally, you know, go in with this and work on that. BC? Yeah, let me just finish this up. Because I technically didn't finish the quest.
I have no words left to speak. Lakshmi too. The saint. I do not know if I reached them. In truth, I do not know if I even reach you. The darkness of this night weighs on me more than any other. Know this. I will not stop fighting for those in this city. Even those who did this. The light
I appreciate
pass
that.
through us all. We focus it through the prism of our will. Those who attacked us were blinded by fear, poisoned by venomous words. They were focused badly, bent badly. But they are not truly our enemies. We will not seek vengeance. We are not the monsters some believe us to be. Walking the path of the light takes strength. That is what we will remember tonight, as fear and hunger gnaw at us. As our hatchlings sleep in ashes.
Don't hurt the baby Fallen! The attack on his people left Mithrax shaken and despondent. You can hear the frustration in his voice even through the servitor. Although he feels betrayed, he refuses to retaliate. He tells you he won't stop fighting to protect the very people who took up arms against his Lakshmi. The light passes through us all, he says. We focus it through the prism of our will. Those who attacked us were blinded by fear, poisoned by venomous words, but they are not truly our enemies. He says it is not easy to walk the path of light, or of forgiveness, but he and his people will walk it nevertheless. Alright, so there is that. That is that completed. Alright, and let us see if we can get some more progress on this. Here we go. Now we got some stuff for this. 2 dozen humans. Makeshift Botas district. Filled the air, pink cats rattled. Alright. I don't think I am. Oh, okay. I'm just reading through this because I'm very interested in this. Conspiracy away. The block was deserted except for the hunter, who's still alone until his ghost. You wouldn't have really shot them, right? Oh, it's Crow! Crow is the one who stopped it. But you weren't. The hunter again. Serious. Where are you? Oh, wow. Okay. So, essentially, Crow is the one who kind of stopped it. Alright. Alright. Shout out to Crow. Actually, wait. Can we talk to Crow about this? I wonder. Are they that in-depth into it? Are they? Are they? Are they? Hey, buddy. No, they're not. Well. Anyway, thanks, Crow. I still like how he's called the freelance light bearer. He's not actually given the rank of guardian. He's just called the light bearer. Anyway, so we have that now. We got a better understanding of how the situation was, kind of getting an understanding of how everything is. So, now we definitely know what's going on, what might happen, what may happen. Yeah, we'll just have to go from there. But until then, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. And I'll see you guys at the next week. Or if there's anything new that comes out. Take care, guys.